Hello and welcome back to Automotivania. Today's video we are going to be looking at good looking cars. Good looking used cars, because at the minute many new cars, they are either boring like the Volkswagen Polo or something like that, or they are over designed like the Prius or Leaf. So I've given myself a challenge. I've taken the cheapest new car you can buy, the Dacia Sandero. I don't know what they say in Romeo, I'm sorry. There's so many things that they call it everywhere else though. We're going to refer to them as Dacia today. So yeah, the Dacia Sandero. It's not the best looking car, is it? It's cheapest, $7,995. So yeah, that's going to be our comparison car price. And we are going to look at some used bargains that are cheaper than $7,995. And let's have a look at what they are now. Starting at number 5. First up, we have this at number 5, the Peugeot RCZ. The RCZ is a sports car-ish thing made by Peugeot. And I think they look amazing. From the side and from the back, they look very muscular and sporty. I like the lights in particular, but not the front ones. They look like they've come from a 407. Those alloy wheels are very nice from the side. I'm not sure what inches they are, but they're very good looking. And I like the side bits at the back as well, with the chunky bits. The interior is meant to be nice and supportive with the seats, and everything's meant to be very luxurious. You'll see the clock in the middle. There you go. You can get the RCZ with 3 petrols, all 1.6s, producing either 160 brake horsepower, 200 brake horsepower, or I think 270. I recommend the 200 brake horsepower one. These can be found for decent ones. I'd recommend spending £6,000, which is £2,000 cheaper than a Dacia Sandero. Or if you want a diesel, you get 2-litre one with 163 brake horsepower for about the same, but maybe a bit less. So yeah, very decent prices. Let's move on to number 4. And that is the BMW Alpina B3 E46. I think that these cars look amazing. I mean, the E46 already looks amazing, but this in Alpina is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Especially those alloys, they're so nice. They're amazing. This car is amazing. For an oldish car, I think this is 2001, it just looks so modern, I guess, but not too modern. Really, really good looking car in so many different ways. I did not think you could get these cars for such a little price. I mean, they just look so nice, and that 3.3 litre engine is just so nice. But you can get them for £6,995, which is bargain. That's £1,000 less than a 1 litre car that doesn't have body coloured bumpers. Baffles me. Anyway, let's move on to number 3. Oh, and there's nothing wrong with that car, by the way. It's not like it's spares and repairs or something, no. Anyway, number 3, and that is the Alfa Romeo Giulia Cloverleaf. I believe Cloverleaf is like the beginnings of Quadrifoglia or something, because it's got like the same little logo, I think. Anyway, you probably expected an Alfa on this list, but I just think these cars look so nice. I mean, all of it. I just love the look of it. Those Alfa are amazing with their designs of their interiors and their exteriors and their alloys and all of it. And their lights and their grills. I love their grills too. Seats are really good looking and very supportive too. And the whole interior is just nice. Very good car. For a 2010 Cloverleaf with 60,000 miles, 63,000 miles I think, that was the one I was looking at. Expect to pay £7,500. Cheap for the car you're getting. Wow. And then that takes you to 0 to 60 in like 6.5 seconds or something. Crazy how cheap that is. And then you compare it, like, I always thought that the Dacia Sandero was good value, but now that you compare it to all these other things, they just seem to be ridiculous. Moving on to 2 is another Alfa, and it's the Barrera. This one is one of the sporty ones, but it's still cheap. Great value. These cars are so nice. Those alloys, Alfa are so good at this. It kind of reminds me of an Italian and better looking version of the Scirocco. They're just such nice looking cars from the inside and the outside. So nice. The JTS model I was looking at was just over £6,800. For all that car and all that good lookingness that you're getting, I just think that that's amazing how a car so amazing looking can be so cheap. Like I said, it's like a Scirocco, but so much more nicer, and like it looks like a modern looking version of a newer car. So it looks newer than a car that's newer than it, if you see what I mean. That made no sense. I'm sorry. Let's move on to number 1, and it is the JTS model I was looking at was just over £6,800. For all that car and all that good lookingness that you're getting, I just think that that's amazing how a car so amazing looking can be so cheap. Like I said, it's like a Scirocco, but so much more nicer, and like it looks like a modern looking version of a newer car. So it looks newer than a car that's newer than it, if you see what I mean. That made no sense. I'm sorry. Let's move on to number 1, and it is the Audi A7. This one I found was a 3-litre TDI, found for as little as $7,995, same price as that Dacia, and it is quite high mileage, but look at all the stuff you get. And from the rear angle you see in a minute, it has a spoiler that literally makes it look like it's going to go up into the air. It looks like a rocket. Such a nice looking car. Released in 2010. This is a 2011. And yeah, they're just so nice and so cheap now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure that you like and subscribe. Bye bye.